Y'all been popping off on YouTube, man.
Y'all been going crazy.
I love it.
Welcome
Y'all been going crazy
to the Sports U podcast, episode 80 fucking 9,
89
bro.
of them
89 of them
baby.
things. Oh shit, it's gone. Oh no, it's right here now. Why is it all the way down there?
I don't know. Did it move around?
Fucking.
That is crazy though, because that one moved there, that one moved there, and that, whatever.
That kind of sucks because we know where everyone was,
Exactly.
and now it's a little bit fucked
We
up.
gotta start over again.
Hey, for the long time fans.
That mean we could we'll just change something. Yeah, we'll just change something.
No, you're right.
Hey, now we
we
got
need
the
to.
opportunity to change the fucking the soundboard. But all of the longtime fans know the technical difficulties with this stupid ass soundboard.
Hey, listen.
Episode 89 of them things.
Baby.
Welcome to the Sports U podcast, where we read you sports news.
And you listen to our stupid ass opinions. Man, that feels good to say every time I get on here.
We are back with the Sports U crew again, episode 89. We got a lot to go into, a lot of NFL. You already know it's a little dry for the NBA. What?
You gonna introduce everybody?
Oh, well, I was going to do a breakdown and then get into it. But you got Rob on the mic here, to my left, to your right.
Big grip, big gift, drip Tim from his walk.
You know,
got
he
Big
just-
Stevie in the cut.
He just wanted to say that. He just wanted to say
honestly.
that. Always Stevie.
Goddamn
How's it
right.
going?
I'm about to trademark that.
But again, let me give you a rundown of the show. We'll get into a little bit of the NBA on the East Coast. They have the power rankings coming out. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Interesting.
Definitely interesting. A lot of, I feel like, biasness came out of there.
Hella.
You also have a lot of the new quarterbacks, the new signages of the wide receivers here. And then, of course, Deshaun Watson. 6-game suspension being appealed by the NFL. But first, we'll go ahead and start it off with, like everybody loves it, the quick hits, baby. The quick hits. Let's get some fire under here. With the first one, get in, bring it in, sadly.
So we hate to bring it in on a somber note like this.
Yeah, bro.
You feel like we should just give one quick moment of silence because a couple of
Always.
people have died. So
Yeah.
if you didn't know, this past weekend,
Yeah.
Couple people died.
Celtics legend, 11-time champion, the god of basketball,
Crazy.
Bill Russell had passed away peacefully at his home next to his wife. And damn, man, it always, Bill was always old, but it
While
felt
we've been alive,
Yeah,
bro.
honestly.
for a while we've been alive, but it always felt like he was always around for like everything, And then now to know that like, damn, he's no longer here with us. Like,
I
bro,
mean,
he's seen
he was
everything.
able to make it to the 75th anniversary squad,
Right.
bro. That's pretty dope. That's
Right,
pretty dope.
88,
Like, realistically,
strong.
like, yeah, he got to see the Celtics make the finals one more time. I mean, honestly, I don't even think it. Like, really, he's such a fan of the sport. I don't even think it bothered him seeing the Warriors win like that. I mean, realistically, yeah, he loves the Celtics, but, bro, we seen that man wearing a Kobe jersey, dog.
Right.
Dude,
Come on,
yes.
like,
I-
rest in peace, Bill Russell.
Rest
Hey,
in peace,
R.I.P. Bill Russell. I
Bill
think one of the
Russell, bro.
biggest things, and I've been hearing a lot of stories, and I'm sure everybody has gone onto their mainstream, sports platforms and seen or heard a lot of stories about him. I think the biggest thing about Bill Russell was that he just stood for something and didn't really just, okay, this is who I am and this is my like brand.
He stood for something back
He
then, though,
acted-
too,
he-
bro.
He was an
Not,
activist
like-
to the fullest. Like you're mentioning, a Celtic for life, but yet he's calling up Kobe, helping him out, helping out a lot of the younger generation, and even a lot of reporters, even too, when a lot of people felt like, he's more of a stubborn type of dude.
Even Kareem, like, as far as, like, the activism stuff and, like that stuff, even Kareem looked up to Bill Russell on that stuff,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, who doesn't look up to Bill Russell?
I know, but
Fucking look at how
again-
tall
but
he is.
again-
But yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not even. I think Kareem
Nah, yeah,
might be
it's just a
tall,
joke.
but bro, he's like, that's NBA's big brother, like to the fullest extent.
That's the NBA's father.
And you know what's great
mean,
about it is
Bro,
that
ain't nobody,
I mean,
ain't nobody
you
getting
right,
11
but, like,
championships again.
honestly,
You're right, but again, everybody, yeah, that's like the. I don't know, bro.
Bill Russell was
It's like a lot of strong words for the man.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
definitely
bro.
definitely nothing bad about Bill Russell. Also,
I
another.
think.
go
Let me
ahead.
finish
Sorry,
it with
sorry.
this one. No worries. Is that we were mentioning how he kind of big brothered, Kobe. Kobe was doing a lot of that with a lot of players currently.
Bro. It's not.
Yeah.
not
But
just
I'm
Kobe,
saying, like,
but
Kobe
yeah,
was
you're
one
right.
that took his influence and then continued to pass that along.
Because he
You're
was
right.
working out with everybody over the summer. Kobe was.
I just think that,
No,
you
but
know,
one
he
thing
inspired a lot.
one thing I would say Kobe took from him was like definitely being like a student. Like that's something that Kobe transferred to the younger generation for sure. For
Listen.
sure, bro.
I think one,
Because Kobe was the ultimate student, and you will hear countless legends Kobe went to and worked with, whether they were big men or not. Like, even guards his position, bro. Like, he worked with everyone.
well, Kobe was always an historian too, and I feel like
that's what I'm saying.
one thing that we haven't talked about too is his way of, back in those days, a lot of the times, at least from my like history or study of just black impact on sports, is that the first people to come in and that were of a huge, I guess you could say, brand or a stature or just even a figure in the sport, they had to be quiet, take a lot of shit, and just be the
Be a
most
sponge
formal type of person ever. And they just had to take everything, and it was bullshit.
They had to take their licks.
And
they had to be a sponge first.
they
for
had to
sure.
be the opposite of what everybody assumed that these types of people are back in those days. And it was a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
The opposite of what we would see them grow in to be too, for the most part, because, like you're saying, they're pretty much hiding themselves, and then we watch them grow into what's under all that, bro.
Exactly. So there's a lot more to say about Bill Russell, but we'll definitely have to get on to the next one here. Another legend
peace.
in a different sport, R.I.P. Bill Russell. Vin Scully.
Yo, that fucked me up yesterday.
Yeah, bro.
coming
Bro,
home,
that was
I ain't gonna hold
crazy.
you.
I was
'Cause
watching the
again-
game and this shit they just put it out there.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Because again, Vin Scully has been old for the long that we know, but it's just like,
He's always
damn,
been
now he's going too.
I think here's the thing. They both had different impacts. With Vin,
He like the Chick Hearn for the Dodgers, B.
dude,
Facts.
I don't even think there's any comparison to the person that
Fair
it
enough.
can be.
That's fair
But I
enough,
guess
too.
I
That's fair
understand where
enough,
you're
too,
coming
but
from.
That's like the closest
Different sport.
comparison I could come from, like
Your own experience.
Yeah,
And it made an impact, right?
Because like I respect the Dodgers, but I can't sit here and say I've always been into baseball like that, bro. I've started watching baseball as an adult.
A lot of the times, we don't really talk about baseball on here, but this one you cannot deny. You cannot not mention this type of figure. Vin Scully was there since the beginning.
He was a staple for the LA community.
Yes,
Because
man.
no matter what was going on, you could always go to a Dodger game, get a Dodger dog, and have a good ass time.
There would be
And
people.
catch a free fight.
There would be people. There would be people
Crazy-ass
in the
fans.
stands that would be watching the game, and they would have these AM radios that would be listening to Vin Scully
Yeah.
do the game.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that
Broadcast
used to
the
happen
game.
a lot. Yeah. When
And
I was
I'm
a kid,
like,
that
what are you
happened a
doing?
lot.
We're watching the game right here. Why do you need your radio? I never
you
thought
said,
about
I'm
it
here
as a
for
kid.
Vin Scully.
I never
Yeah, 'cause
appreciated what it was.
entertainment,
It was
bro.
just there. That's what I knew.
Yeah, bro, entertainment.
It was a staple. And ultimately, that man was just, like Gifton said, a
shit
staple in
crazy.
L.A.,
It
a staple
is.
for the sport. And let me say this much, though, too. As much as Bill Russell, okay, maybe not as much, but like Bill Russell was a certain way in those days, Vin Scully chose to be a different way in those days as well.
Yeah.
His favorite player was Willie Mays, who was black. He was solely connected to Jackie Robinson and his wife, Jacqueline. I think that this man is a beautiful person. Both of these men were beautiful people, and they will definitely be missed. So R.I.P. to both of these
R.I.P.
men.
both of them, man.
And
Staples.
I say we give just
Staples.
another little silence here. It's given all. Okay, that was
Yeah, that's
I was a little lighthearted,
Yeah, it's
but I thought it was gonna be more of the negative side.
It's all
Let's
good.
give it a little
But
bit of a silence. though.
let's get back to love. Let's get back to some upbeat
Moment of
shit.
silence, real quick,
Oh, sorry, dog.
and then now we back.
And we back. All right. So Cardinals wide receiver
This
Marquise
one.
Brown arrested for
This
criminal
one.
speeding. What the fuck is criminal speeding?
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, these cops need to get some help.
Yeah, this is.
He's literally exceeding 85 miles an hour. I'll put myself out there. I exceed 85 miles an hour going fucking to Arizona. Now, they're just putting this shit in there for headlines. arrested on criminal speeding?
Yeah, why
This
did he
is
get arrested
ridiculous.
for this? This is literally a ticket.
Bro. So it's criminal speeding, right? Because he's going over 85. Maybe he was going 100.
Because you lived in AZ. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I'm not professional on the laws, but I'm saying, reading the article, he was only exceeding 85. They never said exactly like, oh, he's doing 109, 120.
No, yeah. Usually, like, cause out here in California, they'll be like, bro, you were going over 90. Like
bro, you
they
was doing
like they gonna
110.
like if you're doing too much, they're gonna let you know, bro.
Yeah.
85 is like, I mean, it's a ticket here still, but 9 times out of 10, you're not getting a ticket for going 85 in California, bro.
There's this. I'm gonna release the race. You know, there's a white woman that I knew, coming from California back to AZ, going over 100 miles an hour. No criminal charges, no criminal speeding.
It's a ticket, bro.
What the fuck is going on?
That's a ticket, literally.
So when I first read this, I was like, damn.
My nigga gift cigar over there looking like a beat
It
ass.
is tough.
It look like a beat swisher,
Oh, like
bro.
hot dog.
It's getting good though. It's getting
You
good.
gotta
I'm
get
enjoying
that.
it.
I'm enjoying it.
That part fell out. You son of a bitch. Wouldn't
All right.
nobody have known if you didn't say
Hey, man.
nothing?
I can't look at it.
Look at your fucking half erected cigar right
My
there.
shit looks great.
Gotta keep that ash on. You gotta keep that ash
bro.
on.
Stop
Hey.
hating. I don't even smoke cigars.
Like Marquise Brown's
bro.
tires, smoking like Gifton's fucking cigar right there. On to the next one, man. Oh, real quick, real quick about the Marquise Brown thing. I was thinking about more of this is more towards the immature type of thing that he's speeding in this type of fashion. And then I read that he was only exceeding 85 miles an hour. I don't know the definite speed. But this is just ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Why is this a fucking headline?
It's
Why is this
not-
there?
He shouldn't have even had to deal with all that shit, bro.
He
This
shouldn't.
is just unnecessary time and maybe money if he has to pay shit too. Cause
Yeah.
like, you could just gave him a ticket.
Oh,
like,
you know there's a
bro,
fine.
This
Keep
is
going.
literally
There's a
just a
fine.
ticket.
There's a
Keep
fine
going,
somewhere
yeah.
down the line.
Just keep going with life. Like this is nothing. This is
This
nothing.
cop is giving himself more hassle than he has.
But that's what I wanted to
Nigga,
talk
like,
about.
you want to go to court?
I wanted to bring up that shit
But go ahead,
because
bro.
that's ridiculous. He shouldn't be under this type of way. The last one here, we got the Broncos wide receiver Tim Patrick tears his ACL at
That's
training
tough.
camp.
That's tough.
They have a lot of hope in Broncos Nation.
That's one thing I
Let's
didn't
ride.
expect, though. He was like, wasn't he like one of their ones? He was like,
Dude,
one or
he was
two.
like
He
so.
was like the
So
one
that's
or
what's kind of
two.
funny with them. They
Was
have
he
all
number-
this young
was-
talent,
Was he
right?
number 2?
He's
I
like
feel
1,
He
2.
was either 1 or 2, bro.
So he's really close to.
It's
So he
either-
was
it
a rookie
like,
last
it
year,
was
right?
him and really?
I think he was a rookie last year, because Cortland Sutton was a rookie 2 years ago, I think.
Hold on.
Yeah, 'cause I know Cortland
Hold
Sutton's
on.
not a rookie. If
Hold
Tim
on.
Patrick was a rookie last year,
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead and look that up for me. But yeah, so the wide receiver class on them, they're really good, right?
all young too.
And that's the thing. They had a lot of hope and a lot of tools for Russell Wilson, and this is just going to be an additional thing that Russell Wilson's going to have to overcome. That ride, let's ride Broncos Nation, is going to be a little bit more bouncy with Tim Patrick not being there.
Ravens 2017, 49ers 2017, Broncos 2017 present.
Okay,
What does that mean?
he's not a rookie.
He's not a rookie.
I thought he was a rookie.
He's a vet. He's a vet.
He must have
He's a
been
vet.
doing shit and then just had a really good season last year. This is weird.
Yeah, probably got cut a couple times, but you know.
I'm not sure. I've
Yeah.
never heard of him before the Broncos.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it
In
always
2002.
it always sucks when somebody goes down in training camp because that's the time when you're trying to work out the kinks in the armor.
Yeah.
And
But I guess in this situation, it's better for them now because, I mean, it's
Yeah, but I mean, who
automatically
you-
niggas going, well,
who's out there now?
bro, Jerry Jeudy just going to have to grow up even more now. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, we were saying he
Yeah.
has to grow up, like,
Yeah.
and make those year 3 steps. Now he's going to just have to really, really just go out there. And, I mean, Cortland Sutton's going to have to step up, too. I mean,
Everybody
it's
is.
it's next man
Now.
up to us pretty much, bro. Like, to a certain extent. I mean, we don't like because we're not really familiar with Tim Patrick. We can't really say how much is being replaced with him being gone. But we know these other guys are good enough to still make something happen, bro.
No,
They're not
facts.
bums.
Very interesting. We'll see how it goes. They have a lot of young talent, and now it's time for them, like you were mentioning, Stevie, to mature.
It's time to show us who y'all really are. Like that's what I'm saying. If you get once you get a quarterback like Russ, Like all that other shit don't even matter. Like
No excuse.
yeah, it's like nigga, we gotta get out there. Let's get it done. Next man, like yeah,
Next
when
man
when
up,
you
for real,
yeah
for
when
real.
you have that quarterback, it's next man up.
Facts.
That's supposed to be one of them guys. Is like nah, fuck it, we still got this shit no matter
Yeah.
what. Like
Yeah.
you supposed to have that battery in your back when you're playing for a guy like Russell Wilson.
Facts.
Mhm.
Facts.
It is
I
what it
feel
is.
that.
Facts.
Well, let's get on to the main part of the show. The
The
NBA.
reason why we do the damn show in the first place.
That's how I feel right now. I'm laughing at this first one here.
I'm
Yeah, this
laughing
list
at
is
man's
fucking
cigar,
stupid.
though.
Oh my
me
god. You're bringing it up.
Fuck.
All right.
God damn it, Steven.
The power rankings.
Come on, man. I ain't tripping this episode. Leave me alone.
Nah, you good.
In the
I
East-
just need some. I gotta laugh at something though, bro. You good?
Hey, it's been a really sorrowful beginning of this episode.
Facts.
So the power rankings in the East from NBA.com has number one seed. I'll list it off real quick,
Go ahead.
and then we'll kind of go into which one surprises us the most, and maybe if they could be replaced by somebody as well, or some team. Excuse me. So the number one, we have Boston. They went to the finals. No real surprise there, and they also got Malcolm Brogdon.
Okay.
Number two, Bucks. Y'all know how the Bucks are, especially with Chris Middleton hopefully becoming fully healthy here and
That's
be able to
fair.
pull in a full
I
season.
mean, yeah, that's another thing. We were already saying they go back to the finals if Chris Middleton's not hurt. So
Yeah,
it's
facts.
fair. It's low key shocking they didn't put him one again too, but
Mhm.
it is what it is.
N-
I'm not
yes,
complaining.
that
I'm not
part, what
complaining.
you said. The only reason I feel like they're not number one is because they got Malcolm Brogdon with the Celtics and they just went to the finals. Number three,
Can't argue.
76ers. Above the Miami Heat, who was a number one seed.
That's a tough one, bro.
Number four.
Yeah, sent them home.
Yeah. Number four, Miami Heat. Number five, the Toronto Raptors.
They're always number 5 every year, though.
You can dump it in this thing right here.
I don't want it no more.
Number five, the
Laugh
Toronto
at 'em.
Raptors.
Laugh at
Get
him.
them, gifted.
They fucking.
Number six, we have the Bulls above the Nets. Nets at number 7 above the Atlanta Hawks, who just acquired DeJounte.
Yeah,
And then you have at number 9, the Cavaliers. Gifton, let's go with you first.
Hanyan.
What is the first thing that surprises you about this list?
that Boston's number 1?
Really?
Yeah, that Boston's number 1. I like Boston. Boston, they got KD up out of there. They went 7 with Milwaukee, 7 with the Heat. But let's be real, like you guys have just said, if Chris was still playing, it'd have been Milwaukee and Golden State instead of Boston and Golden State.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee probably would have went all the way to 7 instead of what, 5? with the Celtics?
Honestly, with the
Was the
Celtics,
Celtics-
Was
yeah,
they
I
5
think
or
they
6?
went 7.
they went 7,
They
but
went
I think they could have did that in 6.
The Celtics and Boston, they went 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
The Milwaukee Bucks were up 3-2.
No. I'm talking about Boston and Golden State.
Boston and
Oh,
Golden
they
State,
went
they went
6.
6.
They went 6.
Okay, you're right there.
Well,
But yeah, and I'm gonna just finish with this.
No, you're fine.
If everybody was healthy on the Bucks, because I think I'm kind of with y'all too. Like it might have been a little bit of a fluke. But yeah, let's be real, bro. Like if everybody was healthy on the Bucks, they'd have had that easy.
Hey, they're up 3-2 without Chris Middleton. Before
Yeah.
Steven answers here, let me just give in a little bit more information about the Celtics here. Malcolm Brogdon, Danilo Gallinari are key additions in the offseason so far. In the regular season, though, this was really interesting to me. They were 38-9 in non-clutch games, so they were just kind of blowing out people.
Mhm.
They were 13-22 in clutch games, so this is considered, I think,
Celtics?
within 5 points in the last 5 minutes.
The Celtics were?
The Celtics were 13-22.
Damn.
We seen how they were and how they were breaking down in the postseason.
That's
It's kind of
crazy.
like the Utah Jazz in that type of way.
Nah,
And
because
the Utah Jazz are way worse, but I'm saying
okay,
there's
okay,
a little
okay.
bit of similarities in that
Okay,
part.
okay.
I mean, I guess for me, like, I mean, yeah, I knew they were blowing teams out like that, but damn, like, I did not realize they were playing that badly in like clutch games. That's pretty crazy.
Well, we seen how they were
And to
playing
still-
in
well,
the postseason,
It-
so that
no,
was kind of
in the postseason it did show,
Yeah.
but had I known that stat before the postseason, I wouldn't have even counted. Yeah, I would.
I
yeah,
wouldn't have picked them to go to
No.
to the
to go to the
finals at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have been the guys that I would have picked against.
Yeah.
I would have been shocked. Well, yeah, it would have been more shocking to me they made the finals if that was their stat too. Because I mean, They did win some close ones here and there through the playoffs, but not all their wins were like that either, though, too.
Well, even against the Miami Heat, they had to really blow them out to win. It was a blowout every single game until like the final 2 games.
Because they even had some games they blew leads.
Exactly. Okay, so they acquired Malcolm Brogdon. Let me give you this little piece too and see what you have to say. He averaged Malcolm Brogdon, new guy to the team. Remember how they were with the turnovers, a ball handler type of situation, and they have.
He's not that. Yeah.
They have a lot of drive and kick type of system here. Malcolm Brogdon averaged almost 6 more drives per game, 18.3. So he averages 18.3 drives per game than the next player. So 6 more. So I would say Jaylen Brown's probably the next guy with 12.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Than anybody on the Celtics, and had the lowest turnover rate, which was a problem for not only Jaylen Brown but also Jason Tatum in the playoffs when it comes to the turnover rate on drives.
I believe it. And, bro, I mean, I'm going to be honest. That just reminds me of when that nigga Brogdon dunked on Braun and Kyrie in the same game, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
that was so random,
Yeah.
but crazy at the same time. We're like, wait, he just really did that to both of them like that, though?
yeah. But you know,
That's really when I really started to notice him after that. I was like, wait, hold on.
I feel like Malcolm Brogdon.
But he's not like your number one superstar, but bro's a solid player.
And that's what I was gonna say. I feel like Malcolm Brogdon is a point guard that doesn't really get a lot of respect like that
Because he's on the Pacers.
Right, because he's on
That
the Pacers.
and
But he won.
I think
Rookie
it's
of the year on
that
the Pacers.
No, that was on the Bucks. That was on the
My
Bucks.
bad.
And on the Bucks, he was a
Bucks.
shooting guard at first too, bro.
Who was the point back? Oh,
Probably
It
George
was-
Hill.
Yeah,
George
bum
Hill,
ass
old
nigga.
ass.
Yeah.
What Aaron said, George Hill getting passed around like a blunt.
He did. George Hill's a
Crazy.
bozo.
Shout out Hefe.
So let me get on to mine right here. Of course, you guys already know who I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Miami Heat. You're a number 1 seed, and now they're having you as a number 4 against 2. What?
That's your most surprising one?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't understand why the number 4 here. When you look at you have Boston, Bucks, and the 76ers in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say I believe because of the results and how things happen that Boston and Bucks should be considered in front of them. But my team hasn't really lost anybody compared to these other guys, right? The
Yeah.
76ers, we don't know what they're going to be, especially with the next kind of coming days. The only thing is that we lost PJ Tucker and we lost him to the 76ers. So I get that part. But let me say this much. They had the best.
PJ is expendable.
He is.
PJ is expendable.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
He wasn't expendable for the Bucks, maybe, but even then, I still think they could have got back to the
Well,
finals
I'm just
again.
saying, if I'm the Heat, I'm not really missing PJ. Actually, shit, that's a tough.
Well, okay, this is why we're going to miss him.
Yeah.
Because we have no other power forwards to really take in that spot now.
Right.
So we're going to have a mixture
Yeah.
of Butler, Adebayo, and
Duncan Robinson gonna have to get his feet wet.
Strus might play a little bit of power forward. He's pretty long. But let me even consider this part. We were the number 1 seed, and we had Butler, Adebayo, and Kyle Lowry miss a total together of 70 games. 70. So with
That's
that
a
being
lot,
said,
bro.
we still
Kyle
were the number
Lowry
1
probably
seed.
was like 48 of them.
And then at the end of the season, everybody was injured. Even Tyler Hero came out and was saying that type of stuff.
I mean,
So-
he actually played most of the year, but yeah.
Oh no! Well, at the end of the year, he was
I know,
in the
but that's
postseason.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
I
you're
know,
right.
But
Yeah, you're
by
right.
then it was because he was playing all them games and other niggas was hurt though.
He was concrete. He was definitely concrete in what we were trying to build there. I truly believe that we should be a lot higher. But hey, it's no different from last year into this year coming. That we are definitely getting underrated.
I
once
feel
again.
that. Did Giff already answer this question?
I think Gifton was more on
I was
the
more
Boston.
Given the tape.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But just to speak
'Cause
to
you
it
were
real quick, the Bulls should be 8. The Hawks should be.
I haven't even answered it.
The
yet.
Hawks should be 4.
you're
The
not.
Nets should be last. That's for damn sure. Over the.
We're
fucking
not
Cavaliers.
doing that yet, bro. We're not
I'm just
doing
saying.
that. I haven't answered.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I would say for me it's the Hawks and the Cavs, bro. Like,
They should be higher.
yeah.
So to
Okay.
recap,
Both-
Hawks are
both
8
should
and
be
Cavs are
higher.
9,
The Hawks made.
both behind the Nets.
Yeah. For one, the Hawks.
Wild.
These Hawks, I mean, honestly, the last 2 years for the Hawks, I would say they were more impressive in the Nets in the postseason for me. So off
Yes.
that, put them higher. The Cavs, realistically, with Jared Allen playing, they would have
I
sent the
remember
Nets
that.
home.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
We watched how the Nets struggled to even get in, bro. The Cavs would have sent them home with Jared Allen playing. I'm sorry. And the Cavs are also a good team. I don't think they took any losses. They're getting Colin Sexton back. They did good this offseason. Like,
Are they? I thought he didn't sign a contract yet.
That's an
is he a
extension.
free agent though? Yeah, I'm like, he's not a free agent yet.
I thought that was an extension.
He's restricted, but he didn't like the contract that he was offered.
I think it's an
But
extension
it-
because the restricted
Yeah,
like
nobody
deadline
offers
already-
him. It's
already-
there. Yeah, nobody
already
made an
passed.
offer. He's staying on the Cavs, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
That sucks.
again,
Yeah, but I think it's
We'll
an
have-
extension though.
No, but he didn't like the extension that was presented
No,
to
he
him.
That's
wants
fair,
20
but
mil.
he'll
I think
still
they're
have to
trying to
play.
give him like 8
Yeah,
mil
bro,
or 10
you're not
mil.
worth 20. You better get 12 and go
Ooh,
sit down somewhere.
before
he
his
might,
injury,
he should probably do a one and done and show some shit. Cause like I said, they're a good team, so he should be able to make it through the year healthy.
Right.
I think he's just undersized, and he doesn't have the same.
well,
I think he's gonna
he
take away from
is.
Darius Garland.
We can't
too.
really say undersized no more.
He's
because
not.
look at
Yeah,
guys
it's
like
a lot of
Fred
small
Van-
guys. It's a
Yeah,
lot of small
you know
guys
what I'm
now. It's
saying?
more
That
small
are
guys
going
now.
crazy.
But I think I don't think he'll take away from Garland because Garland is a playmaker. Like, give it to Sexton. That niggas have him, let him shoot. That's what you
Yeah.
want him to do.
Yeah.
Like him and Karis. Like, I don't know how they're gonna do between him and Karis LeVert with being the sixth man, but like, yeah, that there is
Oh,
like
Collins
some-
coming off the bench. They're not touching that.
But
Collins-
Karis LeVert can be a
Yeah,
great sixth man though. That's
inside-
why you still have to consider that.
Inside, they want Karis LeVert. That's what's been reported. Let me
Right.
kind of get onto
That's
what you
fair.
were saying about the Hawks now, right? Because I agree with you. Why are they so low? They should
Hawks
at
should
least
not
be
be
above
a-
the Nets, and
they
they
should
should at
be at
least be
least-
above the Bulls.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely above the Bulls for me.
Now we
but-
already said it though. If Lonzo Ball is there, that's a totally different team. So we'll see how that goes in the health of
If
Lonzo
You're
Lonzo
right,
Ball
Ball.
more
but I
than
still
15
would kind of
games.
put the Hawks over the Bulls, even if they have Lonzo there.
Okay,
bro.
that's a little
I'm
bit.
sorry.
I feel like that's a little bit more like of a debatable thing. We have to see more games,
That's fair.
especially with this newly acquired DeJounte Murray. Without losing that much, maybe DeJounte.
That's why, I
DeAndre
mean-
Hunter was the worst loss.
I guess for me, but because they didn't lose
Kevin
much
Huerter.
and they were.
Kevin Horter. What did I say? I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
fucked up.
Kevin Horter is not a loss if they got DeJounte.
Not really. No.
I don't even know
Nah.
what the fuck.
Because
what person I
don't-
said.
DeAndre
He wasn't like
DeAndre
he
Hunter.
wasn't an alpha. He wasn't aggressive. He was just a spot up.
Yeah,
guy,
that's what I was
bro.
gonna say.
Like,
And then isn't
He
DeAndre?
was,
They're
he was a
trying-
great. He was a great defender.
And then isn't
was
But
DeAndre?
you
like-
also get a
he was
great
okay.
defender in DeJounte.
That's
better.
Let me tell you this much.
Even better.
yeah.
So Young and Murray, right? They ranked 4th and 9th in the lowest percentage of their buckets that were assisted. So it is going to be figuratively with the evidence that we have a your turn, my turn type of system so far. Young had 16.9% of his buckets
Maybe.
off of assists, and Murray had 27.4% percent of his buckets off of assists. And-
I hear you, but I feel like that would probably be coming from them also just both being the number one guys. And for the most part, if we're looking at the Spurs and the Hawks, with them as the number ones individually, did they have guys who they really could go give it to and could do something on the team? Trey definitely didn't.
Mhm.
That's why they got DeJounte, and I don't think DeJounte did anymore once DeMar was gone. So
Yeah.
that like I don't think it's gonna be them waiting for each other's turns. I think DeJounte.
I hope not.
Like I don't definitely because it's
They're
DeJounte.
fucking
I
good.
don't think it's gonna be that because it's DeJounte too, because he's not that type of player that's just gonna be like, oh, this is my shit, I'm about to take. Like, I don't think he's coming with that mindset, bro.
They
think
shouldn't. And we've seen it in that pro.
and I just but he shouldn't, and we have to remember he's coming from Pop. That system, like, that's not even how he's brought up to be.
Yeah. And then let's think about this much too. The Hawks were also in the previous 3 seasons, I think,
Yeah.
ranked in the bottom 5 defensively in 3 of Young's 4 seasons in the league. So they had the league's biggest differential between their record
Offense
at
and
home
defense. Oh, okay.
and their record on the road. So on the at home, 27-14 this last year. It's pretty good, and we always say, hey, when you go back to the A, it's different.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the road, 16-25. Defensively, though,
I mean,
with
a
that
couple
man on
games
the wing,
difference.
DeJounte, He
That
led
should
the
help-
league in
that
not
should
only
help
steals but also defensive. How do you call it?
Deflections?
Deflections.
Yeah.
There you go.
Makes sense.
And so you're
He's
you're
long,
strengthening
bro.
a lot of different things here.
Yeah.
They should definitely be above the Nets. Let me say that much.
No, for sure.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. The Hawks should definitely be above the Nets here. That's
Who's
for
the
sure.
net? Like, even if, look, all right, let's be for real.
What?
Even if the Nets are bringing back KD and Kyrie, who the fuck else is on this team?
Nobody else. They lost Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
That was a huge.
Patty
They
piece.
still have
Mills.
Seth Curry.
Pat-
Seth
wasn't
Curry.
wasn't Patty Mills still in the win?
Patty Mills is still there, but I mean,
They still have Seth Curry.
Seth. That's cool.
I
Seth
think
is
Patty might be a free agent though. I think he might be a free agent.
I
thought
think
it was
he.
a
I thought he
2-year
opted in.
I thought he did too.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like
I
that.
thought so.
Yeah, because I'm like, y'all, Joe Harris might be okay. They still probably have Joe Harris and whatnot, but
I
like,
feel
bro,
like Joe Harris is a spot up. They
it's
need
not
to-
even about. It's not even about that. But bro, even outside of that, bro, okay, Nick Claxton.
Yeah.
What else?
We're not worried about
What
Nick
else?
Claxton.
As one
Fuck
more,
outta
as
here.
one more kind of a dark horse team, the Hornets, another team that was over 500 this past year, is not in the top 9. I think they're like number 12.
I like
Yeah,
the
They
Hornets.
lost-
But all that
they
shit
lost
happened
Miles
with
Bridges.
Yeah, all that shit happened with
But they
Miles.
still were one of the teams
I don't
that
think
had
they'll
the most
be
ball
terrible
movement in the
because
league.
Miles Bridges is gone.
No, yeah. Bro,
It's big time
Gordon
though. He's
Hayward.
good.
Gordon Hayward
is.
wasn't playing that many games, and Miles Bridges stepped up to fill the point void for Gordon Hayward in the team. So no Miles Bridges. You just got LaMelo showing his ass every night. Hopefully James Bouknight gets
But
more
didn't-
minutes.
But
But
haven't they been doing good in the draft these last 2 years though, bro?
I mean, have they?
You just said James Bouknight. They drafted him
But-
last year.
And they didn't play him. They didn't play him.
They have
all year.
LaMelo. They're playing the same position. You're okay.
He's a shooting guard. James Bouknight's a shooting guard. So why wouldn't you want to?
They have like 5 vet shooting guards. Terry Rozier. Or they have. Come on, bro.
I feel it, but I
And
mean,
they just signed the Martin brother. Come on now. They have all these
Yeah,
guards.
true. Okay, so I guess with Charlotte is because the reason why they're not up here on this list is because who's reliable that's up next. We know LaMelo's gonna do. Miles at the time had that number 2 spot. Who's gonna take Miles' spot?
I guess we're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see.
One thing that's really cool that I was reading about was that Terry Rozier and Kelly Oubre were really
Yeah,
clutch
that
when it
guy.
comes to the 3-point
Yeah.
line.
Kelly didn't he
He
have
was
like
really
6
nice.
game? Kelly had like 6 threes in a game or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, he can get hot
Yeah.
every once in a while. But what was really
Every once in a
cool
while.
was that they were almost shooting 40%.
Steph hate that
I
nigga.
think Terry Rozier was shooting over 40% in the clutch time, and we seen some almost game tires and game winners from that guy. So a lot of teams here. The
Didn't
East
he have a game where he
definitely-
threw like a full court shot up and made it?
I just know that he
Or
like took over
nah.
in one game and he was hitting like literally like behind the back, shooting threes
Crazy
from the
ass
corner.
threes,
It was
yeah.
insane.
Crazy ass threes.
But one thing is for sure about this topic: the East is no longer
Weak.
trash.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
No longer
yeah.
trash.
Definitely
Yeah, it's
not.
dead.
But let's get into the next one here. We'll get back into the NFL. Not too much to talk about with the NBA. We covered a couple things in the quick hits as well. But let's go with the hottest NFL topic right now.
Yup.
That shit coming back.
Yes, the
Hall of Fame game tomorrow.
Oh, really?
It
Yeah.
is, yeah.
24 hours. And I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to be playing in that either.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Why would he? The
Hey, man.
NFL appeals Deshaun Watson's 6-game suspension. After our last episode, Deshaun Watson was given the 6-game suspension. They had 3 days to appeal to it. Roger Goodell and his other colleague decided to appeal it. And hey, I think it's for the better of the NFL. Now, there's two things that kind of come into that, but we'll get on to our first kind of question here. I know Steven put into it, so I'll go ahead and ask you this question.
What's Scooch?
Will the NFL front office appeal to extend Watson's suspension succeed? For your, what's your first take on that?
I mean, for me, I really don't. Like, I guess for me, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. But I would say I can definitely see both sides as to why the NFL is doing this. And I can also see why maybe possibly they wouldn't, like, even after them doing the appeal, that like if it were to still be shot down pretty much. Like, the NFL is doing this appeal because for the most part,
He wants to be a crowd pleaser.
I'm not. I mean, yes, a crowd pleaser. Yeah, but I mean,
You have to protect the brand. That's his job.
That really is what it is. They have to
Go ahead,
like
go.
for the acts that Deshaun was being accused of and he was involved in, and for how strong that is, they have to make the right steps and make sure they are having the best like political image as possible for the league, bro. Because there are a lot of people who still, regardless of Deshaun being moved to the Browns, still are like, nah, bro. There are a lot of people that still don't fuck with it. There are a lot of people that still don't agree, and there's a lot of people who still think, yeah, he should be suspended more time.
Yeah.
But
So I asked your opinion on it.
yeah,
Do you think
that's my
that he
opinion
should
as
be-
to why that's why I understand why this appeal is happening.
Uh-huh.
But I also can still see it being shot down because like the Deshaun like on Deshaun's side, I mean, no, he's not innocent, but again, he's still been out a year and some more shit because of this situation already. He's already missed games. He's already been held over for a lot of uncertainty, and he's already still being given another official suspension on top of the year plus he's missed. So at this point, he's not the first quarterback to be accused of something like this. So for that part, he still is allowed his shot again, I guess, bro.
So I think you're correct in all that you said, right? I think the biggest thing is that he's getting paid a certain way to avoid all of this monetary value.
The money
biggest part.
aspect is definitely probably rubbing people the wrong way too.
Exactly.
And that's what I was gonna ask.
'Cause
You
he-
honestly
'cause he
think
got
it's the money that's
200
rubbing everybody the wrong way, or
Bro,
the fact
$230 plus $240 million dollars.
It's like not being touched.
And they're wiping away all of his all of the accusations. Everything's getting settled. Like, I mean, not because of the Browns, it's getting settled out, but like, bro, everything's getting knocked away. Like, he's coming out of it pretty smooth. Like, with regards to him not having to deal with any more cases moving forward, type shit,
well,
bro.
there's still one. He settled the morning of the announcement of the suspension. He settled 3 more cases, so now it's just one
Here's
open
one.
case out.
Okay.
Go
And
ahead.
he got through 20 plus though.
So
Facts.
it seems like Gittin wants me to go next. So
go ahead.
okay, this
I
is
got
my
some
breakdown of it. For me, when I see everything that's happening, I feel like 8 games is gonna be the final point. Now with what the NFL wants to do is they want
That
him
year,
to be done.
Year?
They don't give a fuck how much time he already missed.
Yeah,
They just
I
don't care. I know that should be
agree.
part
I
of
agree
it.
with that part too. They probably don't.
If I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm bringing up that part. I already missed a year. But let's just talk about the NFL side. They don't give a damn about how much time he missed already.
Facts.
Right.
They're seeing how it's being perceived to the public. They can give a fuck about Deshaun Watson's situation
They
as
care
well.
more about the perception.
They care about their brand.
Yeah.
So how are they going to fix it, right?
Yeah.
So already
Lay the hammer
they're
down.
saying we give more fucks than the judicial system because the judge said it should be only 6 games. They're like, no,
And
us
it's
as
been-
an NFL, we care more.
Yeah.
So now
It's
they
been plenty
want,
of tweets saying, "Oh, the NFL doesn't care about da 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 da."
Yeah.
In the last couple
So
days.
now they want it to be in the headlines. Their mission is to have him suspended indefinitely, which means a minimum of 1 year.
Yeah.
So with that being said, there's gonna be some fucking haggling with Deshaun's side. He's with the NFLPA because he still isn't part of the NFL union.
And they are backing him.
They have to. They legally have to.
Yeah.
And with that being said, they're gonna appeal. So they're appealing. They're gonna push more games, hopefully to a year. That's what they want.
Yeah, that's what the NFL
And then their side is gonna sue the NFL.
pretty much.
And then as they're suing the NFL will see, hey,
They'll come
they're
to some type of agreement.
because what they want is this out of the news cycle in the first place. But they want positive reinforcement inside the news cycle, and that's why they're trying to do it for a year.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that's why I believe, and I've been saying this I think for a couple of different shows now, that it's gonna be 8 games.
Yeah.
8 games I feel like is a happy medium between all. 6 games
Yeah.
I feel like is just too light. It's more than what the initial was,
Why
and
though?
all sides win.
Why is 6
Yeah.
games?
Well, I mean-
why is 6 games light?
I
Just because
bro, what?
all of the other suspensions that
ridiculous.
No.
like,
I get it.
because
but
of all the other suspensions we have, like, I mean, there are some that they brought up
How
that
about
were
this?
within the last few years, but
Can I say
then they're
this?
talking about the Calvin Ridley stuff, bro. It's just a
Yeah.
whole bunch of other bullshit they're bringing up, and they're like,
Fuck the
don't-
comparisons.
Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Deshaun Watson,
You're right.
out of everybody else that got suspended
Hey.
for this shit, Josh Gordon, Vontaze was.
You know
actually
why,
kinda
though?
Wild.
wait. Get the, you know why though?
Talk to me.
What makes me kind of feel like what you're saying is, or why 6 games is too light, is because they figured out a contract to help him out through this full year. They were all his team, and the Browns are already expecting him to be suspended a full year,
Yeah.
and it's not even half a fucking year.
yeah,
So that's why this is way too light. If you consider it being 17 games now, it's almost less than a third of a season. So not even half of a season.
No, I get it.
That's why I believe it's too light.
okay.
Not only did they prepare for more, he's given less, and now they need to appeal so that they can look better.
Okay.
yeah.
And then now they're
really,
going to go into this next step. They're going to fight each other.
like,
They don't want to get sued. They don't want it
regardless
to be in the
of what their
headlines.
settlement
They're
is,
going to figure it out. 8 games.
Yeah,
That's my
regardless
prediction.
of what their settlement is, the NFL gets to look better because it's like, hey, we did this, we made the appeal, we said we don't believe he should just come out right on the field after 6 games. So
Right.
like, yeah, they're just
We
they
did our
save
part.
they save face on that aspect.
We did our part. I get
Even
that.
though like in the deeper, like, they're not really doing anything, bro. They're not really doing anything. Like this, like we're saying,
Who's not
this-
really doing
the NFL. They're not really doing anything. This is more so like, yeah, for
To be a crowd pleaser.
widespread. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say
Yeah.
one more other thing?
Go ahead.
And I would love to hear your opinion on
Yeah.
all we have to say, Gittin, because I love for you to bring in some stuff.
Got it.
Kevin Stefanski says, I think, this is him, quote, I think all along we have been very consistent. We did a lot of work on Deshaun, the person. He's working to be the best version of himself, and he's committed on that. Well, those words are coming out of your ass. You know why? Because he hasn't taken any classes. He hasn't done any community work. He doesn't do any other thing
mean,
other than a
we
6-game
don't know.
suspension.
I don't
no,
know.
but here's the
I
thing.
don't
They're
know that.
they're
There's
alleg-
nothing that's been in there.
But they're allegations. So what community work do you want for?
You know what
did
happens?
Roethlisberger do any community work for his shit?
What did he do?
Did Ezekiel Elliott do any community work for his shit?
Well, first of all, they're both one person. This guy has almost 30.
Allegations.
30?
Allegations.
30? You think a group of 30 women came together? We're all going to get them. We're all going to get them.
I still think it's weird how he asked for a trade and then that breaks out.
I agree, but
Like, that-
both,
that's the
both,
only thing that-
both
Yes,
sides
you're
can be
right,
right.
but
Both
he's
sides
still
can be
doing
right
it.
on this, bro.
No, I get
It could have happened,
I feel
but
that.
yes, the releasing of it at the timing is also like, yeah, bro, it's true, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Right. No, yes. And like I said, and if there's any, of the female fans watching, we're not trying to say that, like, this should be just swept under the rug. If this triggered you, I do apologize. If this is making you feel some type of way,
Let's
on
not.
behalf of everybody, I can feel like,
I mean, we're not
way,
saying it should be
in
swept
no
under the
way,
rug,
shape,
bro.
or form this should be swept under the rug. Or we are not trying to trigger nobody. It's just a conversation. We're trying to talk about it.
Okay, personally,
Yeah.
I want way more games. I
Yeah.
think it's 8 because that's what I believe is going to happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's probably just what's gonna happen. But because, like we're saying, we're putting it in perspective to how they've dealt with other suspensions and things like that, bro. But like, he's not gonna get kicked out of the league,
No,
bro.
he's not.
He's
Well,
not gonna get.
You know why?
banned.
Because
it's
we already have
like-
evidence showing that people that do this type of shit do not get kicked out of the league.
yeah,
Yes.
especially at his position.
Right.
It's
So
not gonna matter.
So my thing is, the outside judge that took the case and was doing her due diligence throughout the year and a half that this was going on.
Yeah.
Sue Robinson called his behavior and what he did egregious and predatory. So if you can say all that and at the end of the day you can come up to, you know what, 6 games. Why not just give him the hammer
But
the
was
first
that her,
time?
But is that her saying 6 games, or is that like?
That was her. She did the due diligence of it and was like, okay, Deshaun Watson should be suspended for 6 games. My whole thing is, if you can say that it's egregious and it's predatory behavior, why not just give him the hammer the first time? That's my whole thing.
Do you feel like she's taking into account the games he's already missed though too?
I think because she's a judge. I think she's a judge, she has to take that into account.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So and that's another thing. So because in my mind at least,
but nobody's gonna mention that because it doesn't make good headlines. But go ahead.
Because
I'm like, there's no way she would just say that if she feels that way.
Right. Because she handled cases like this in the past. This is like her history. This is stuff that she handles. Yeah. But my whole thing is like, damn, Roger, way to kind of like, throw her work.
Throw her under the bus.
And credibility under the bus because it's like, you know what?
For the
Shorty,
NFL's ego.
Right, you know what, Shorty? Fuck all that. That's not good enough. I'm going to appeal it and get the final hammer. Well, goddamn, why didn't you do it the first time? That's what's like, pissing me off in a sense. You're right. 31, that's a lot of allegations. At the end of the day, there's still allegations. It went in front of 2 grand juries. Both the grand juries said, you know what? There's nothing here that we can really indict him on and arrest him on and throw him in jail for. Okay, fine. So if it went through the due diligence of the court, it went through the due diligence of her, and Roger Goodell still has to step in and make a decision because he wants to be a crowd pleaser, why didn't Sue Robinson just do it the first time? And then second, like I just said,
she doesn't have to be a crowd pleaser.
Way to shit on Sue Robinson's work.
Yeah.
And make her look like a fucking
woman
idiot.
Judge too.
Yeah. She's a woman too, yeah.
And way to make her look like an idiot. And just discredit all the
I wouldn't want to say she's that, but
not an idiot. No, my bad.
You're right. Though. I get what you're saying. You're passionate.
You're passionate. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like, fuck. Let's get it right the first time so nobody says nothing. So that's why the first time, if she would have been like, you know what, 8 games, 10 games, cool, I'll live with that. But the fact that Roger has to step in and be like, you know what, Sue, that's not really good enough.
He didn't have to though. Like
he had to.
He had to. For the crowd pleasing, like we said, he didn't have to.
Right.
Because we said she was probably taking into account games he missed already. If she did not, there's no way I think she's saying only 6 games.
Yeah.
No way.
I believe that. Hey, I would love to continue on this topic. It's a really hefty one.
Yeah.
But we do have 2 more to go in.
Get it right the first time. That's it.
I think we had a lot of great things to say. I always like to have the last word on things, but you guys can watch the last fucking episode on those things. Remember when this first came out?
Yeah, it was crazy.
The Texans, they set it up all for him because at this star quarterback, all these happy endings. If Robert Kraft can get one, they can get Deshaun Watson some. Deshaun Watson wanted to leave. They said, we got your ass.
Exactly.
We got your ass. We're going to turn all the motherfuckers against you.
Nah, because, I mean, I don't know if they got, like, a RICO indictment of, like, dates and, like, when he started doing this. But
they
like,
do.
I do. I got the timeline for you right here.
Because that's what I'm saying. If we really look at the date when they alleged when this first started, bro, it might be, we know his contract is coming up or an extension that... just in case, we're gonna tuck this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna set this in motion.
That motherfucker got everything he wanted.
Yeah,
he did.
That's fucking nuts.
Can we read the timeline first and then get on?
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know the first date.
So March 2021. First of 25 civil lawsuits filed against Deshaun Watson alleging sexual misconduct.
That's when the first case happened, though. But
yeah, he's gonna keep going. I see he has a whole timeline.
March 2022, 2 grand juries declined to indict Watson on criminal charges. March 18th, the Texans trade Deshaun Watson to the Browns.
Oh, that's not really a timeline.
No,
I thought you had like
and then
literally every accusation and how they came out.
This is just
like how they had Young Thug, bro.
Yeah,
like that.
It was nothing like that.
But yeah, let's get
that's
on.
my whole thing, bro, and I'm gonna end it on that. Just get it right the first time. Given the amount of games,
like Gifton said, get it right the first time.
Get your shit together.
That's all I'm saying. Because, bro, imagine he appeals it and then like, you know what? We'll give you the 6 games. What the fuck was all this for then?
Oh yeah,
He's not just getting 6. He's not.
I'm
getting
not.
more.
Yeah, look, pretty much. If whatever they're appealing, if whatever the NFL appeals does it like this full year, all that bullshit. If that's not what he does in the end, like nigga, y'all could have just sat down. Like really, honestly.
That's what I'm trying to say. But bring us into the next one, Rob.
Yeah, no worries. So this one here, we got 2 headlines, and then I'll kind of bring in the question after. So we have Titans rookie QB Malik Willis, kind of under the radar, was one of the people or one of the quarterbacks that we were, everybody
Rooting
was
for.
kind of saying, he might be one of the first to go out. He has made a lot of progress, and he even said it himself that I'm light years ahead. Now I'll go into a little bit more about that right now. Mike Tomlin, on the other hand, was speaking a lot about Kenny Pickett, another draft a quarterback that was drafted in this last draft here, says to not read into Kenny Pickett getting second team reps. He was actually on the third team, starting beating out not only Mitchell Trubisky, but also Kyle Rudolph in certain aspects.
Mason Rudolph.
Mason, thank you. Mason Rudolph.
Oh, I thought he was about to say the other dude's name.
Getting into the second
House?
team reps.
Oh.
And you should, and what Mike Tomlin was saying is that you should not read into him getting these second team reps. I'm sure you will because you are the media. But one of my main questions about these two, and I'll give you some background before we answer here, is who will start first? And it might not be in this next upcoming season. It might be the next one. But who's going to start first out of these two? Now, so Willis had to say about his own type of improvement so far. Operating the huddle. This is his quote. Operating the line of scrimmage and all the plays and being comfortable with them. All the above. I've learned the importance of timing and how it affects the whole play. And going into it, Vrabel was even saying the same thing, like just making sure the timing improves, that he's doing that, learning a lot of the plays, having a certain amount of time to get the pass off and the distribution of the route and everything that ties into it.
Right.
Willis fell into the third round, remember that?
Yeah.
Where he was selected number 86th overall by the Titans. Then you have Kenny Pickett taking third team reps to open training camp, now taking second team reps. The Steelers' first round quarterback, first round.
20th pick.
We're not reading into it, Mike Tomlin. You are. You got him in the first round. Oh, I burped right there. So Mitchell Trubisky remained the first quarterback to take reps on the first team right there. But Pickett leapfrogged Mason Rudolph for the second team work. I said it right this time,
This
right?
Rudolph's a bum.
That's what I'm saying.
Tomlin
Who cares
was
about
asked
fucking
if
Mason
reporters
Rudolph?
shouldn't read
Bum.
into Pickett being the number 2. He said you should not, but I'm sure you will. The first rounder reportedly struggled to open camp. So we have one that's being kind of praised
Yeah.
in Malik Willis. You have one that's making steps
Growing
forward,
it's
but
growing pains. It's growing pains.
growing
Growing
pains. That's the best way to
pains.
put it. So on both ends, they're kind of both teams that can win now. They both have great running backs. They both have nice tools. They both have great defenses.
Yeah.
One's
Now
making
you wanna
progress.
now you
pretty
want to
quickly.
acknowledge the Titans' defense.
When did I not?
He said it was Tannehill last week.
I said Tannehill played a big part in it.
Oh, shit.
Man, I don't want to hear this fucking shit no more. Let's get on to this one.
Oh, man. Talk to me.
Let's go with you first, Gift Man.
What's happening?
Who will be the first to start for their respected squads?
I'm going to say Kenny Pickett first because I feel like the Titans are kind of... Excuse me. My bad. Thank you. I feel like the Titans are kind of waiting for Tannehill to be like, you know what, bro? You kind of slipping. You're not hitting everybody on target like that. We're just gonna start Malik Willis a game, and then that one breakout game, they're gonna be like, oh fuck, like now we gotta start him because it's more so with Kenny Pickett. It's like I honestly think Mr. Trubisky is gonna start like the first 5-6 games of the season, and then they're gonna slowly work in Kenny Pickett like that. But it's more so.
I thought you said Kenny Pickett was going to start first.
He did.
Yeah, but not you're not right away. Kenny Pickett's not gonna start right. Are you asking right away or
Who's starting first in game-wise?
He said
Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett?
I said
So
Kenny Pickett. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you were saying that Malik Willis will be thrown in there first because Ryan Tannehill won't produce.
You didn't hear anything I said, huh?
No.
I said Mitchell Trubisky will start probably the first 5 games, and then Kenny Pickett will come in. So Kenny Pickett will start first.
He's basically saying the way they will start. He's saying he thinks the way they will start will be different. Pretty much.
Yeah, the way that they're going to start is going to be different.
And I agree with that.
Right, because like I said, they're kind of waiting for Tannehill to be like they're trying to look for a reason to trade Tannehill so they can start Malik Willis more so than Kenny Pickett because the Steelers,
that is how Tannehill got his job.
Right, because the Steelers QB position is kind of open. Whoever performs the best out of them,
I would
three
agree about
it's
that.
open,
is good.
But I think the QB for the Steelers is open, but I feel like I still see naturally Kenny Pickett taking it from Mitch Trubisky because we just called Mason Rudolph a bum. He is a bum, but like
he is a bum.
Like, come on, I don't see how Mitch Trubisky holds that spot forever.
Right.
That'll after seeing how Cam lost the spot last year, bro. Yeah, it's up, and any of you niggas could lose it these days, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's my thing. So like, can you come in? Can you come in after like game 5 or game 6 because Mitch is just like, hey, go ahead and take your back seat. You still getting paid. Don't worry about it. You're not in prime time Chicago days like that no more.
Mitch Trubisky is probably okay with being a backup quarterback.
No, of course he is because you took backup money. Like I said, with the Titans, they're trying to find an excuse to start Malik Willis over Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah,
because it's more so like there's no way that a 3rd round QB is gonna start game 1 over Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, I would have to agree with game 1.
I don't think so either. I
Game
think
1,
the problem
game 2,
is
game
though.
3.
I think the problem with Tannehill is not during game 1, game 2. It's the postseason because he looks terrible.
Yes,
and he does terrible things.
I don't think they're gonna get to the postseason this year, but
I mean they should still be able to get there. Like we said, the defense is good. Derrick Henry's coming back. They still have receivers, even though it's gonna be a different look out there.
yeah,
But that's why it's gonna be more so on like, hey Tannehill, this year if we don't see what we want to see this year,
you're out of here.
that young guy's right there, buddy.
Exactly.
And that's how you got your spot too, Tannehill. He took his shit from Marcus Mariota, and they didn't look back either after Marcus Mariota got sat down.
Bless you.
It's more than likely up for Tannehill if he does the same thing, because I believe Mike Vrabel was the coach when that happened as well too.
He was.
He
Actually.
was.
They ain't playing with you,
So
Tannehill.
for me, I think that one of the biggest things I want to kind of bring in, bless you, is the injury proneness of Ryan Tannehill. I remember before his stint with the Titans, that he was always like that with the Dolphins, just never being able to stay on the field.
Yeah.
I think that kind of comes back to haunt him. I believe that Malik Willis will continue to get this type of a production or increased confidence throughout the reps, throughout the time, and be able to start. Now, before Kenny Pickett, I don't necessarily want to pick a game because I'm picking injury over the amount of games.
Okay.
Whereas Kenny Pickett, I feel like Kenny Pickett will have the better career, but I truly believe that black quarterbacks kind of get a different rap.
Yes.
You seen it with Lamar Jackson getting picked in the last pick of the first round.
They always do.
Ridiculous. But
even Malik
this guy
Willis
is in the 3rd round.
Yeah, but even people felt like he took a fall because they thought he'd go higher than that too.
And with all that being said,
I don't even think he was the first quarterback in the 3rd round either.
Nah, because
Desmond
Ritter was picked first before
even
him,
the Panthers might have picked a guy.
Oh, they
before
took
him
Matt
too.
Carroll. Yeah, they took Matt Carroll in the 2nd round.
He's 3rd too.
3rd. Oh yeah, they took Matt Carroll first.
Well, with all that being said, for me, I feel like he's being underappreciated. I feel like they got a really good pick in the 3rd round, and I truly believe that he will be able to make the right strides, the right type of. Here's the thing, Tannehill, maybe they drafted him to light a fire under his ass. I truly believe that it will possibly be more of injury rather than production. But with that being said, they have a team that's ready to go. And I truly believe, like you're kind of saying, Derrick Henry is the guy that they will rely on.
Yeah,
so he's not going to be tasked with too much. But with the guy that has that much confidence, I can see him starting a lot quicker than Kenny Pickett
They
with
got
Mike
good-
Tomlin, who
they
is
got good receivers.
not.
too.
I wouldn't call it stubborn. I would call it he knows how to run a team. He knows what he likes. He knows what he likes to. He knows how to enforce certain things to make and develop certain things inside of not only players but a team, an organization.
Yeah.
So I believe that he'll have Kenny serve the amount of time that he needs to do and hit a certain stride to get to where Mike Tomlin wants him to be.
I mean,
Whereas the other one, I feel like is going to be forced into
Well, like-
into Malik,
well,
and he'll take
but-
he'll take upon it. But,
even
I
like
definitely
you're
think that Kenny
saying
Pickett
with
is
like
better.
the coaches though, like when we're putting in Mike Tomlin and Mike Vrabel. I think Mike Vrabel is a very good coach too, but I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna give Mike Vrabel more credit than what Mike Tomlin has already demonstrated in this league. Mike Vrabel still got some work to do to have the same type of resume as that
Right.
man. So,
Way
yeah,
more.
bro.
Way more
Yeah.
work.
But again, I like Vrabel. I still trust him. I still think he can do some shit, but I can't give him the same respect as a Mike Tomlin. Period.
No, definitely not.
No, definitely, I agree with you on that. Let's get into the last one here. We have a
Skitty.
lot of wide receivers that are coming in on nice deals.
Bag.
2 really big bags. One, Russell Gage. We're going to mention him right now. Todd Bowles was saying about Russell Gage that he's a standout in the Bucks' crowded wide receiver room. Bless you.
Thank you.
I don't think we've covered him yet. There's been pads. I mean, there hasn't been any pads, and he has been a lot quicker, and that's the type of guy he is.
It's
He's going to
like
play
there-
majority
it's
of the
like
slot.
There is
I
pads,
probably
there's
have a
not
stupid
pads.
opinion about this, but
Hey, ain't nothing stupid over here to you,
Oh,
baby.
We're all right. We're all right. Don't worry about it.
Ain't
Deebo
nothing stupid
Samuel
to you.
was all worked out an extension with the 49ers. They said that what has changed was communication with the 49ers for Deebo Samuel. I truly think that DK Metcalf got his contract.
fuck out of here for you, bro.
That's what I was just about to
maybe.
That's what I was just about to
I think the
ask.
biggest thing for Deebo was, for the 49ers at least, was they seen what DK Metcalf was getting paid, and then they're like, okay, we'll give you what DK Metcalf is going to get paid, Deebo.
which is fair.
So
it's
DK Metcalf
fair,
got
but he
paid
probably
first.
should get a little more than DK.
Yes, I believe so.
I thought you were about to say
No,
no.
no,
I was
not-
about to say,
not-
what?
No, but
Me, it's immediately.
No,
What?
as to like how much would you give how much more would you give Deebo than Metcalf? Like, would you give Deebo $100 million?
No, but
Well, it's only 3
I'll
years.
g-
If you
yeah,
give him
no, I'll give
more
him,
than 3 years,
like-
then it's
I'd
a
give
lot
him
more.
like 5 to 10 more million than DK.
Well, he only got 1.5 mil, but non-guaranteed money. DK Metcalf actually got paid $30 million in a contract bonus, which is the highest in
thought it was
history for a
38.
wide receiver. $30 million signing bonus.
Yeah.
$58.2 million in guarantees for
That's
Metcalf.
what it was. 58 guaranteed.
He-
They
He'll
both
only-
got 58 guaranteed.
But
it's
they're
a little
both pretty
different,
nice
though.
with different
Yeah.
aspects, right? Metcalf will be only 27 when he's in line for his 3rd contract. He'll earn $24 million per season, which is 6th among wideouts. This man is 6'4", 235 pound.
I mean, how do you not pay
freak.
a dude like that though?
How do you not pay
It's
Deebo
gross.
either, though, bro? He's
Check
still doing
this out.
more. He's still doing more with less of a frame.
So Deebo Samuel had 77 catches for how many yards? I just want you guys to make a quick guess, real quick.
1,300.
1,300. That's a lot, but yeah, that's pretty good.
I'd say like 1250.
1,250. That's a lot. That's pretty good too. 1,405.
1405
for 77
Wow.
catches while
Well,
adding
yeah.
365 yards
Yeah, that's
His
rushing.
run after catch
The
is
run after
probably
catch,
number one in
yeah,
the NFL,
great,
bro.
yeah,
Most likely.
for sure.
He also had 14 total touchdowns, where DK Metcalf
That's
only
probably
had,
top 3.
He's had double digits in his last 2 campaigns, but he only had 58 catches for 900 yards when he came on the scene. So they're 2 different types of. I feel like they serve the
Deebo
same
probably
type
was
of-
top 3
same
in
type of
them
roles.
touchdowns too, bro.
He was nasty rushing.
Him, Devontae, and
receiving.
Cooper Kupp was probably top 3 in touchdowns.
Yep.
So-
Ooh, that's a good top 3.
And then you got Russell Gage, who has a 3-year, $30 million contract in Tampa. Gage missed the offseason workouts, but was held out of a minicamp last month due to
mean-
injury. He's projected to take a lot of the slot snaps, particularly if Chris
Godwin's
Godwin's
not playing.
return from ACL injury comes along slowly.
Makes sense. Okay, I guess my opinion wasn't going to sound stupid then, because I'm like, he's going to be there under Chris Godwin. as the second slot receiver.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it like he's trash, but I'm like, it's nice they're speaking highly of him, but I'm like, you niggas have covered him for 3 years already. He was on the Falcons. He was on the Falcons with Matt Ryan. I ain't never heard you niggas have that kind of praise about him any of these prior years.
Well,
I mean,
it's because he's on the Falcons. That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he probably is. I mean, I think he's good, but it's like, I'm still not about to sit here and look at him like he's going to be number one. But I know because it's Tom Brady throwing it to him, you still got to watch.
It's going to be.
You got to watch. It's still Tom Brady.
The depth chart is Mike Evans, Chris Godwin,
and
Russell
Julio.
Gage, and then Julio. But if
I'm
Julio's
putting
healthy,
Julio.
Julio's nasty.
Julio on one leg, I'm still putting over Russell Gage, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I'm still putting Russell Gage over Julio, but I mean,
At
I
this
don't know.
point, yeah, I think so, too.
I think Julio's
guess.
Julio's gonna have a nice quiet season. Like I give Julio,
But he's not going to be.
not 1,000.
He's going to be.
I give him
no,
like,
he's not going to.
I give him like
He's probably not going to
I give him
I don't
like
think so.
700, 800.
All right,
And
well,
you think he's going to be under? And you think at 800 yards he's not going to be third?
No, I think Russell Gage
Come
will have more.
on.
I think Russell Gage will have more
Yeah.
just because of Tom Brady's style. But let's not change the topic
fair.
when it comes to like.
I feel
Julio.
like
We
he'll
already
probably
spoke
have
about
more-
Julio. Check out
May-
that video. Julio's doing
Yeah.
pretty well on the
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Maybe more receptions, but yards, Julio still may have
Let
on
me
that, man.
Let me ask the real question about this topic though. Out
What's
of
up?
these three receivers, we already know what to expect from Deebo.
Yep.
We already know
You're
what to expect from
recruiting
DK.
Russell Gage with the other two men?
Because I'm gonna ask this question in a different way.
Oh wow.
You already know what to expect from Deebo.
Okay.
You already know what to expect from DK, especially
Yeah.
with Drew Lock. Or who's the backup quarterback?
I have no
the-
idea.
Geno Smith.
Damn, Gino still got a job.
That's
That's
crazy, huh?
crazy.
How is he gonna lose it? He actually played last year, bro.
No, that's damn.
He
Gino
played.
Still got
But,
a job.
Let me
He
ask this
played.
question.
Crazy.
So, who will be the biggest surprise by the end of the season?
I had three guys we named.
So Deebo,
I
Julio,
feel like the only
and-
one who
and
could be a
Russell
big
Gage?
surprise out of these guys at this point is probably Russell Gage, bro. When you ask it that way.
Well, when you have the other
Because
people,
The other two guys, I'm already aware. Like,
their
yes, they
quarterbacks
could-
is questionable.
that's fine, but next year, like, I'm aware that they're great receivers. I'm aware they're crazy guys when they got the rock. So I'm not gonna be surprised by, oh my God, 1,000 yards. Okay, Russell Gage, he's playing with Tom Brady. I don't know if he's ever had 1,000-yard season.
I thought Russell Gage was on the Falcons.
Bro,
He
signed
was
with
on the
Bucks.
Falcons and signed with the Bucks. He's playing with a real quarterback now. He might still have a great
All right,
year.
let me ask
but
you
I
this
don't know if
question.
it's gonna be 1,000 yards.
You a lot of the times when we're talking about stuff on the show, you're like, I remember something in fantasy.
Yeah.
Out of these three, who are you picking first?
In fantasy,
Name them off in like 1, 2, 3.
I'm getting Debo first. in
Debo
fantasy
first.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I respect that.
And then
for
DK.
sure.
And then DK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Debo, Gage, then DK.
I would get DK second because I still think he's probably gonna get more targets than Russell
For
Gage,
sure.
low key, bro.
You know what I mean?
Not in Pete
Bro, he's
Carroll's
about to get a-
offense.
Bro, he's about to get a lot
He's-
of targets, bro. What?
It's
No,
not
he's
even.
not.
It's not that. Well, I don't know.
Even
about to
Russell
get a
Wilson
lot.
didn't get that many targets.
Russell Wilson.
Didn't
Yeah,
give him
when
that
when
many
he
targets.
when he did have Russell Wilson, he didn't get that many targets.
That's because Russell Wilson likes Tyler Lockett more than him
Facts.
still too though.
Maybe somebody else will like Tyler Lockett.
That
Also, they
too.
have Tyler Lockett. Deebo Samuel, I guess, has the tight
Ayuk.
end and George Kittle.
You're right, but
Ayuk is
DK
also really nice.
Ayuk.
DK Metcalf has been pretty vocal defending Drew Lock. I don't know. He might have his support.
Yeah, they blowing smoke. The same way Tyreek blowing smoke, bro. Come on now.
Y'all be
He's been
talking
pretty
so much
vocal.
about
They're
Drew
blowing.
Lock.
Give me. I need an R real quick, bro. They're
I'm
blowing
sorry,
smoke.
bro. We haven't
They're
really
fucking,
used it.
They're fucking blowing smoke.
He's been
As
defending
you
this
should.
man Drew Lock, bro.
I give
All
you
right.
your bag. You defend my quarterback in return.
My biggest surprise would be DK. If he has the best numbers at the end of this year, I feel like he would be the biggest surprise. Russell Gage, I think he'll just file in. I feel like headline-wise, he has been the biggest surprise so far. But I feel like Deebo will continue to be
Yeah,
the
Debo's not
the
gonna
thing
be
that he's
any
been doing.
Nothing
And
surprising
that
for that.
with Trey Lance, they're talking really high about Trey Lance right now. I feel like he'll just be doing the
More
same thing
smoke.
that he's been doing.
A lot of
I
smoke.
don't think they look.
I think Trey Lance
For
will be
me,
good.
I don't think they need to oversell Trey Lance. I really don't think they
They
need
have too many weapons.
They do.
They don't
to-
need to
to be-
oversell
They
him.
got
doing
too
Trey
many
Lance.
weapons. Good line, good receivers, good defense.
And he
Um,
can't be worse than
It
Jimmy.
can't be worse than Jimmy. Facts.
Yeah.
I think that's here's a question real quick. So Deebo got paid, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's still gonna be the hybrid running back receiver type because he got paid, or
Yes.
they're still gonna pay him, or they're solely gonna put him at
Where-
receiver?
Let me tell you. Deebo
Because
Samuel
of
said
the
at
money,
the end
I
of,
don't know.
wait, this is the quote. At the end of the day, this is a business from Deebo Samuel. So
Yeah.
what changed was the communication. Samuel said at his first news conference since signing the 3-year extension worth up to $73.5 million via team's transcript. Excuse me. The more we communicated, the more we started to figure things out. Do I regret requesting the trade? At the end of the day, this is a business, and we came to a decision, and I'm here, so I'm happy to be here. You can look at my tape from the Cowboys game, from the Pro Bowl, is that I can be a running back, and I'll do whatever it takes for the team to win. People were saying that I did not want to be a running back.
Too.
People were saying that I did not want to be a running back, but that's just all smoke. I wanted to say a lot of things, but I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, so now it's smoke, and that's what makes me feel like Deebo Samuel is probably gonna be the best out of them three because
He's still gonna be a running
He
back.
got his money, got a new QB. No more excuse. Yeah, I don't even want to say
He's still gonna be the running back, but they still have running backs too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
he's not-
he'll partake in running back
Duties.
opportunities.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Give
but
him
yeah,
like 5 carries.
But yeah, I'm gonna say
lot.
Deebo's still gonna go for another what? What'd you say he had 14?
Bro, he had 1,400
He
yards
might
last
might
year.
do another 14.
Off
That's
and
crazy. He
77
had,
catches.
but that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
crazy.
Off of those catches and still running the ball too.
Yeah, gross.
It
All
is.
right, though, let's wrap up this episode. It was a great one.
Damn, that's it,
Talked a lot about
Already?
NFL.
man.
And we've been an hour and 10 in. What you mean?
Well, I'm
we're
just,
done.
no, it's not that because like you know how we do.
didn't talk about the Rockets yet. That's why.
Oh
There's
my.
nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk.
At least you know.
At least he knows.
No. All right.
Nothing to
Okay,
talk
y'all. Okay, let's end the pod. And as always, if you like this video, go ahead and share that
Let's
like
go,
button.
man. Hey.
Bust down those comments. Kiss my ass, Steven.
Nah, bro.
And
I'm
remember,
gonna slap your head now.
and remember, support you.
Y'all,
Have a good night, folks.
y'all followers, y'all subscribers.
Shout out
Oh
to
gosh,
the-
damn it. There we
Shout
go.
out to the
Shout out to the
subscribers.
followers,
Y'all been doing
subscribers, all
Shout
that.
out to
A
the
lot of
Appreciate
work.
y'all.
Y'all
Appreciate
really been
y'all.
running up the last couple of videos, man. We really appreciate it. It's nice to know
Keeping
that, like,
the motivation, the determination
Right.
on our end when
And
we
it's
see
nice to
that
know
what
that-
is working is actually working.
and
man.
that hard
Appreciate
work
y'all.
doesn't
Continue to
go
tap in
unnoticed.
with us, bro.
Definitely continue to
Appreciate
tap in
all
with
you.
us.
Reach out, say what you gotta fuck with. If you fucking with us, you fucking with us. If not, it
Forward
is what
to you,
it
man.
is, bro. Yeah.
All about you guys. Y'all have a good night,
We
everybody.
out of here.
Dom DeMarco.